I met with Alex last night and shared a very pleasant hour or so drinking a coffee followed by a little light shopping. We laughed and joked, so my mood is clearly lifting. A couple of weeks ago I wrote that as I had no jewelry, so I had asked my folks to bring my Tiffany ring over. Well, since then I now have a second sterling silver ring, a tortoise necklace, 3 earrings and iridescent armband. Combine this with a new haircut and color, and it marks quite a change to the look I was rocking during lockdown, long curly hair and a ginger beard. Is this just depression lifting? Is it because lockdown is lifting? Is it because summer is here? Is it a midlife crisis? Is it the first signs of another mania? At this stage it's too early to say. But it's nice to have a little lust for life again. One of the things that summer brings is ice cream stalls, and they are wonderful. In the city center you can buy a normal 1-scoop ice cream on a cone for €1. A proper artisanal ice cream from one of about 30 flavors for €1. It's a bargain. So why, I have to ask, why, is vanilla Mr. Whippy in a half cone €2? It makes no sense. How can an, in every way you can measure, inferior product, served in a smaller amount, possibly be literally twice the price of the good stuff? It's craziness. Having said all of that, strawberry Mr. Whippy is delicious. You know how we be all been told that you should eat just before bed as it's bad for your waistline, because your body just stores the calories. Well, new research has taken that to its logical conclusion. One should front-load your calories at the start of the day and have less and less as the day goes on. Apparently this is optimal for weight loss. Which I think is extremely important piece of information and one I think we should all heed. And with that in mind I have had Angel Delight and a jam cob for breakfast. Nommy nom nom. Look at me being all healthy. Today's morning therapy was all about how to say no to alcohol in different situations. For example, at a works do, sorry I'm driving, to friends thanks, but I don't anymore, I've already drunk enough for a lifetime. It was quite good, and useful if I'm honest. I was at a bar a few years ago in Bad Ischl. It was late autumn and the outside bar was having its last night, a drink us dry night. I wasn't drinking alcohol at that time, but I was out with a load of people who did. As it got to about 2 in the morning, the barman came over and asked if anyone wanted a free schnapps. 8 hands shot up, mine stayed firmly down. After the barman had poured everyone else's, he turned to me and said, "Free schnapps." "Not for me," I said, "I don't drink, but it's only a small one." "Thanks, but no." "Oh, go on, it's the last night." "No, really, I don't drink." This continued back and forth for about 5 straight minutes. I had to repeatedly refuse free alcohol because he didn't believe that a person would turn down alcohol without a better reason than "I don't drink alcohol." I would wager if I had said I was a Muslim the conversation would have ended much sooner. Side note, this reminds me of a story I heard from a friend of mine back in about 2008. He was at a mountaintop inn and asked the waiter what vegetarian dishes they had available. The answer came back, "We have salad and we have the stew. It's got some meat in it, but it's cut up very small." Have just booked a meeting with one of social workers for a little advice on my next move after 90 house. There are a few shared houses that are available for people with mental health problems. These could prove to be very useful. Basically, I need people around me. Not to take care of me. It's just that if I am left on my own in an empty apartment with no one to chat to over a cup of tea and a biscuit, I tend to do stupid things. To cut a long story short, my brain is a bit of a dickhead, and unless I keep it distracted, bad things happen. Also, the social worker I spoke with today, who I had pegged at about 40, about my age, retires in a few months as she is 60. She has aged better than Nigella Lawson. I asked her what her secret was. She said, "No cigarettes, no alcohol, and lots of sex." On my morning route march down to the river and back, I passed through a play area. It's quite a good one. It's got wire slides, swings, roundabouts, climbing frames, a sand pit, and 3 ping pong tables. It's cool. What made it doubly cool today was I saw 3 teenagers in the park at 8 in the morning, with masks, and socially distancing from one another, doing a weed deal. It's easy to underestimate in these troubled times the effect that the lockdown order has had on small businesses and budding entrepreneurs. It was good to see things returning to normal as the restrictions end. While I was out on my walk, I had a new 90s playlist streaming from YouTube to keep me motivated. Of the first 5 songs, 2 were very the definition of 1980s music. Sledgehammer and Final Countdown. As I said yesterday about Massive Attack and the Happy Mondays, were the songs good? Yes. Were they on the right playlist? No. Today's Friday activity is bowling. We are lucky that the bus stops outside the house and then it's only about 4 stops to get to the indoor activities center. It has bowling, mini golf, and a padded play area for the little ones. The golf is quite cool. 18 holes of variable difficulty, with the 18th being a real challenge. I have played a few rounds there and it's always fun. But today is bowling. Now, I'm not very good at bowling, but luckily winning is not really the point of these outings. I think the point is twofold. Firstly, it's a chance to go out as S whole group, because normally we are split into our therapy groups, and secondly, slowly reintroduce us to activities that one might associate with alcohol and get used to doing them without drinking. It's all good fun. I played okay, but luckily most people played badly, so I did okay. Now just time for evening meal, a quick nip to spar and then off to bed. Only one more sleep before it's my birthday.